Properties of waves. In addition to amplitude, all waves have three other properties: wavelength, frequency, and speed. These properties are all related to one another. You have seen that a wavelength repeats as it travels. Its wavelength is determined by the distance it travels before it starts to repeat. The wavelength of a transverse wave is the distance from crest to crest. For a longitudinal wave, the wavelength is the distance from one compression to the next. The number of times a wave repeats in a given amount of time is called its frequency. You can think of frequency as the number of waves that pass a given point in a certain amount of time. For example, if you make waves on a rope so that one wave passes by a point every second, the frequency is 1 wave per second. Frequency is measured in units called hertz. A wave that occurs every second has a frequency of 1 hertz. If 2 waves pass by in a second, the frequency is 2 hertz. The speed of a wave is the distance it travels in a unit of time. Different waves have different speeds. For instance, a light wave travels almost 1,000,000 times faster than a sound wave travels through air. Waves also travel at different speeds through different materials. For example, light travels faster through water than through glass. Sound travels more than 3 times faster through water than through air. To calculate a wave's speed, divide the distance it travels by the time it takes to travel that distance. You can also find a wave's speed if you know its wavelength and frequency. Just multiply wavelength times frequency.